everyone, this is Lisa Andrus, Psychic Medium, and this is your weekly reading for July 6th through the 12th, 2015. And this week, as you can see, I am using the Magical Messages for the Fairies cards by Doreen Virtue. I just moved, and I want to thank all of you that were wishing me well, whether you did literally or prayed for me or just sent me good energy. My move went smoothly. And I just unpacked these cards this morning, and I was glad that I did because I wanted to use them. And of course, I kept a different deck out, and I just kept feeling that I really wanted to use this deck. So I have no doubt that it was the fairies probably pushing the message, and I want to see what they said just as much as you guys do. So I have shuffled and pre-drawn the cards, and let's see what this week has in store for us. This is your Monday, Tuesday card, and it is business venture. It says trust and follow through on a new business idea or career opportunity. For those of you wanting to be self-employed, I'm hearing that it will be successful if you make a business plan. So if you want to start your own spiritual business, or if you're an entrepreneur, like me, I have a few different things that I do. You know, I'm an author, I'm a medium, and I just got my real estate license back. And so right now I have a day job, and I've always said, I don't know if I'll be there forever. As long as I'm going to be there, I'm at the company that I want to be, and I'm happy to be there. But at some point, if it all works out, I would love to have my own spiritually based entrepreneur business. And I think a lot of you really want to do that. I'm seeing like a stay-at-home mom that wants to make her own business, or a stay-at-home dad, a stay-at-home parent of some type, or somebody that just needs to be home, maybe to take care of their own parents or to take care of some other business needs. I'm feeling like it's going to go okay. If there's a partnership that's not working out, it's okay for you to go alone. That's another thing that is coming to me with this card. But have a business plan in your mind. Like for me, I kind of have tentatively, you know, I'll start building my book of business for real estate, and maybe within 2 years or something like that, where you just think, okay, maybe this could work. Because I have to say that I have tried the self-employment before, and I know how not to do it, which was to just jump and think that everything would turn out okay. It doesn't mean that it can't work like that, but I think it's best to have a backup plan or to get there gradually, because self-employment is not going to work out if you make a jump right into it and then all of a sudden realize all your source of income is gone and you get desperate. So like say you're doing readings or something like that. You can't really read and you can't be present if you are desperate for the money. Obviously, we're doing this of service. We need to be paid for our time, but it's so nice to know that you might have a plan. Now, I may have said this before, but go to earthangel.com. Doreen Virtue has done a wonderful how to build your own spiritually based business video that that is very cost effective, and it's about 90 minutes, and I believe she said, you know, she's sharing all that she's learned over an over 20-year spiritually based career. So whatever that new business venture is that has come to your mind, this is the fairies' way and the universe's way of saying it's a good idea, follow through with it one step at a time, okay? Now, this is our card for the middle of the week, and it says, you've got the power. Use your abilities to resolve this situation. You can do it. The first thing I hear is stand in your truth. And when I read that card, I was seeing a vision of when you heard me probably talk about, if you've listened to my videos previously, the apartment that I was in that I just moved from. I got there and I just didn't like it. So at the time I really wanted to move into that building, and I was excited, But when I went to sign the lease, something just didn't feel right. And unfortunately, I didn't listen to that intuition that was kind of giving me that uneasy feeling. But then when I realized I wasn't happy there, as much as I didn't want to move again, I realized that I had the power all along. And that even though I thought I'm in a lease, I'm in a this, I'm in a that, I had the power to break the lease. There was a clause in the lease that said you could buy the lease out. So there are always options. You've got the power. The prison that you've made for yourself sometimes is imagined, and allow yourself to think outside of the box. So for me in that apartment situation, it would have been the lease. And I was thinking, oh, I've got to be in this place until the end of the lease, which goes to November. And once I allowed myself to think outside of the box, everything worked out beautifully. It just all came together. And if you don't know how to think outside the box, ask your angels or ask the fairies to help you do that. And then trust the ideas that pop into your mind or pop into your head, because sometimes those are the answers to your prayers, okay? And then for the weekend, connect with nature. It says, you're rejuvenated and inspired by spending time outdoors. Now, in the Northern Hemisphere where I live, it is summertime right now. And it is just so nice to have the ability to go outside. Now, I live in Minnesota, and for those of you that don't know anything about it or have never been here, you may associate it with bitter cold and winter, but I always joke that we have 2 seasons here, winter and summer, and there's no in between. And what that means right now is that it is hotter than, hell, or, for lack of a better term. And it doesn't mean, though, that I can't take some time and go to connect with nature, because if you're in a place or you're in the southern United States where it's oppressively hot, it doesn't mean you can't get outside in the morning and take a walk or just go out into your garden. I'm seeing somebody with flowers in the garden going out to water the garden. Take your shoes off and just, I see that somebody putting their feet and just letting it be in the grass. Sometimes that helps us become grounded. It helps us become rooted to the ground. If you don't have the capacity to connect with nature because it's winter where you are now, then find a way to connect with nature inside. Maybe that's bringing flowers, or no matter where you live, maybe that's bringing flower essences into your home or into your life. They have a great healing power. And lastly, the fairies want to say, they want to thank you for all that you're doing for the earth, to be green, for recycling, and they want you to continue with that work. They say that the more that you respect the earth, we respect you, and we will help you. All you have to do is ask. So even if it's something little like going to the trouble of recycling, that's still significant and has a significant global impact. So don't underestimate the power that you have to help the earth. Okay, you guys, it looks like it's going to be a great week. It looks like things are going in the right direction. I feel like the fairies are saying to me, keep your dreams coming, because your imagination has all the power to make your dreams come true. I've said this in my last reading, I think, but I'm reading Dr. Wayne Dyer's Wishes Fulfilled book right now. And there's a lot in the book about the power of your imagination and using it for what you want and living in the now. So instead of saying, thinking in a future tense, like I will be the best realtor in the Twin Cities, you would say, I am the best realtor in the Twin Cities, or something to that effect. I am this, or I am that, instead of I will be, or I will have. So even though you may have heard that concept before, for some of us where the patterns that we have go down deep, if you were raised in a family that repeated a lot of negative things, it's just a little bit that sometimes we fall back into those bad habits, the habits of worrying. And I have to say that they're saying to me right now, caffeine. So if you can't get out of that pattern of worry and you are using caffeine, and that includes chocolate, to think about how sensitive you've become to things that you used to not be sensitive to. So I want you to know that I love each and every one of you very, very much. I feel like we need to remember to just say things again positively, positive affirmations, and hang in there. Everything is going to work out whether you can see the light ahead or not. Again, I love you all. Have a wonderful week. If you like this video, please share it with others and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. This is Lisa Andrus, Psychic Medium, and I'll speak to you again next week.